So, do you guys like a healing demo? Yeah? We spoke this morning about how trauma can create illness. So I'm going to close my eyes and you guys shoot your hands up if you would like to be our demo. You're being filmed, okay? So just be where you're going to land up on the Burjon or the Skayaka Mesis YouTube channel if you come up here. So I'm going to close my eyes, stick up your hand if you'd like to be the demo, and I'll ask Creator to choose you. Your breather. Okay, my love, stand over here for me. So for most of you know, I'm a Master Theta Healing Instructor, so that's the technique I'm going to be using to get to the bottom of her emotional beliefs today. It's a healing modality created by Viana Stibel, just so you know. I didn't make it, I just use it. Okay, so my darling, say hello.
Hello.
And say your name.
Carolee.
Hi.
So Carly, what would you like to work on today?
Well, actually, I've done the Theta Healing course just right now and worked on it a little bit, but we can always go back. I've got, so to say, autoimmune disease, which is alopecia.
Yeah.
So if we can work on that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'm just going to do a quick body scan and see what's going on. Normally with stuff around illnesses, sometimes it can take a few rounds before you get to the real bottom. But she's had one, so we'll keep going. Sound like a plan?
Yes.
Okay, let me do a scan. And for those of you that want, you can do a scan too. Okay, so I'm seeing a lot of hurt, anger, and sadness, and a lot of self-blame. Like everything is my fault. Like no matter what happens, everything is my fault. And I'm seeing you being really attacked a lot verbally, and I'm seeing you deciding that you are going to be really hard on yourself as a way of not being the same as the people who hurt you.
I don't. What does the last bit mean? Like,
It means, you know how, okay, how do I explain this? You know how when somebody's being really mean to you, the only reason you think you're not mean is because you went through something they didn't go through. Who's learned compassion in the room because other people mistreated them in the past somehow? Yeah. So when you're a child, you get really confused by that. You think the only reason I have compassion is because I was abused. So then if I abuse myself, I'm always going to be compassionate.
Yeah.
Does that feel right?
Yep.
Yeah? So there's a distortion of compassion and abuse. So can we muscle test?
Yep.
Okay, so put your arm out nice and strong for me. Say yes, yes, yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
Good. No, no, no.
No, no, no.
Okay. So say for me, compassion is abuse.
Compassion is abuse.
Yes. Yeah. I carry my parents' patterns of criticism.
I carry my parents' patterns of criticism.
I have to criticize myself to be a good person.
I have to criticize myself to be a good person.
Being hard on myself is how I motivate myself.
Being hard on myself is how I motivate myself.
Being hard on myself is the only way I can trust myself.
Being hard on myself is the only way I can trust myself.
Yeah. Okay, so constant criticism is a big issue when it comes to autoimmune system stuff, because literally the immune system doesn't recognize itself and doesn't recognize the body. Because the way the immune system recognizes the body is because we don't feel good about bacteria, viruses, and fungus. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
We're naturally repelled by them. But when we feel bad about ourselves, that confuses the immune system because it's like there's something wrong with me. Right? And then instead of protecting us against the viruses, bacteria, fungus, or external forces, it's trying to protect us against ourselves. Does that make sense? Okay. So what's the worst thing about constantly having to be so hard on yourself all the time?
What's the worst thing about having to be hard on myself constantly?
Yeah.
Because you don't trust yourself anymore, right? It's actually really hard. There's a huge battle constantly inside you is like you want to do something, but you don't do stuff because you don't. There's
Believe
a
in
lot of things
yourself.
you don't trust yourself. You think you're not good enough. You put yourself down because before anybody else has a chance to put yourself down.
Yeah.
Put you down. Yeah.
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 So can you guys feel the fear? Right? You can feel the terror of I don't actually like who I am. And no one's ever liked who I am.
Yeah.
And because I'm energetically getting close to who she is, her inner child is shaking. I
Yeah.
can feel it
I
like,
can
oh
feel
God,
that too.
someone's coming in. Right? So can we just download you with safety? Would that be okay?
Yes.
Anyone else want that? Because I feel lighting up like Christmas trees, yeah?
Wow, I can feel that so bad.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And can I show you I'm not going to hurt you?
Yes. Yeah.
And that I like you just the way you are?
Yep. Yeah.
Oof. Okay, so I'm going to muscle test her for how thick this wall of fear is, because it's a lot of fear. So is that okay if we do
Yeah.
that? Okay, so yes, yes, yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
No, no, no.
No. No. No.
Okay. This wall of fear is 50 miles long.
This wall of
Wall of fear?
Sorry. This wall of fear is 50 miles long.
Yep. This wall of fear is 100 miles long.
This wall of fear is 100 miles long.
Ooh.
Even more, yeah.
This wall of fear is 200 miles long.
This wall of fear is 200 miles long.
Yeah, that feels right to me. Let's check. This wall of fear is 250 miles long.
This wall of fear is 250 miles long.
No. So we're 200.
Okay.
Okay. This wall of fear is made of iron.
This wall of fear is made of iron.
Yeah, kind of. This wall of fear is made of wood.
This wall of fear is made out of wood.
Yes, so it's made of wood, not iron. So can you see how people are trying to get to her energetically, but they can't make it through this wall? And behind it, she can't make it out.
Yeah.
Right? She really wants to connect, but you're lonely.
Yep.
Yeah? Okay, and separation equals disease. Yeah, any separation from community, separation from family, separation from self creates unease in the body. Right? This constant terror held in like the spine and the body. Okay, so is it okay if I go over the wall?
Yeah. Come on. Come on this side. Climb over. Come
Over
on.
the wall. Okay. Okay. So how old are you the first time you felt this level of terror? Like you just didn't want anyone to see you. You wanted them to just leave you alone.
Probably, I think not. Probably. I'm just thinking about how old I was when, between 4 and 6.
And what was happening when you were 4 or 6? I've got you.
Yeah, I can feel that. I can feel myself and I can feel you. So what happened before? So I guess it's to do with my parents, and
I've got you.
just so there was a lot of I think my mum was very how do I say? There was a punishment, a lot of punishment for if you did something. There was I felt like there was never an explanation of what you did wrong. It was just a punishment, right?
Okay.
So you were wrong. You didn't have a chance to explain what had happened or what you did or what happened. It was just you broke a cup. There was a screaming match in the kitchen, right? Because
Okay.
you shouldn't have broken a cup.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So how did you get punished? Was it just verbal or did she hit you?
Oh, yeah, physical punishment plus verbal, of course. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So can I release the shock and trauma from your little 4-year-old self? Would that be okay? Anyone else had a screaming mum? Because I did. Let's get Greer to take that one. Off it goes. This huge 200-mile wall was to keep mum out.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And can Creator show your little 4-year-old self that it's over now?
Yes, please.
That it's no longer needed?
Yes, please.
And that she doesn't have to carry this terror of her mum with her as a way of staying safe in the world,
Yes.
as a way of always being ready.
Yes, I'm always ready to fight. Like, I'm always ready to have somebody shouting at me. So I know very well how to shut down.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if you weren't ready, what would have happened to you?
I don't actually know what would have happened to me. Like, well, what would I think in order to because everything is energy, right? So I think in order to expel some of the energy, that yelling or screaming or physical punishment, you just, by shutting yourself down, you lock yourself inside, and maybe you don't feel it that much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you see how whenever she's getting to the pain, she goes into analysis.
Yeah,
Yeah?
I do.
Right?
Yeah.
And she talks super fast because she's scared.
Yes.
Right? And the fear is, can this pain ever really go away? I can hear her asking me, like, don't take me here if you can't do this. Like, don't you dare take me here to this painful place if you actually can't deal with this. So she's constantly testing me with this nice little wooden wall we've got going on. Right? Okay, so can we teach your inner child that the pain can go away even if your mother never changes? Would that be okay?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Because her inner child's waiting for her mum to change before she's willing to let go of the pain.
Yeah.
And that may never happen,
Mm-hmm.
right? But the pain can release without her needing her mum to change.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and can I release the fear that the people who help you hurt you?
Yes.
Yeah? And can I show you the difference between help and abuse?
Yes. Yeah.
And that you can receive help without giving your power away?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
And can creators show you the difference between punishment and correction?
Yes.
Yeah? And that correction with a mother's love looks like an explanation,
Yeah.
a warning,
Yes.
followed by a consequence.
That sounds great.
Yeah? Not no explanation, no warning, screaming, shouting, and abuse.
Yeah.
Can creators show you the difference?
Absolutely.
And what a mother's love feels like?
Yes.
Yeah? So it's making it very hard for her to set boundaries, because whenever she tries to set boundaries, she thinks she's being abusive.
Yeah.
She goes straight into, am I doing the wrong thing? Because they feel bad, her children, her husband. Whenever someone doesn't like what she's doing, she's crumbling
Yeah.
because she thinks she's becoming her mum inside.
Yeah.
Is that right? So can we show you that you can say no without being your mum?
Yes.
And that the universe always gives the most loving response, but sometimes the most loving response is no.
Yeah.
Yeah? So if a little boy asks me, Mummy, can I touch the stove? What's the most loving response? No. If someone asks me, can I burn someone else's house down? What's the most loving response? No. Right? So can we show you that no can be a really loving response?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, and that the root of being spiritual is always giving the most loving response and coming back to the root of who you are.
Yes.
And that even though it may not seem to give dividends in the moment, it will always pay off long term.
Yes.
That be okay?
Yeah.
I can see the confusion starting to melt away now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and can we show your inner child the difference between the pain you feel and who you are?
Yes.
Because her identity got distorted. It's like, I've been in pain for so long, this is who I am. So anyone else want that? My little Christmas trees, yeah? Okay, 5 deep breaths for me. Good. Okay, now Creator's like pulling me right down into her gut, and I can see the little holes inside her gut and the conflict between her immune system and her insecurity. It's like, in order to be liked, I have to not be myself. And to not be myself, even if they like me, I'm never really going to be liked because they like a fake version of me. She's like in a double bind. She's like, no one's ever going to like her no matter what she does. Does that feel right? Okay. So if no one ever likes you no matter what you do, what's the worst thing about that?
Well, you try really hard, but there's still this aspect of you put yourself down because nobody ever likes me, so you're lonely. You try really hard. There is never a reward.
Okay. So can I release the belief that no one really likes you?
Yes.
Would that be okay?
Yeah.
Anyone else want that released? And can I replace it with the truth that your mom didn't know
Yes.
how to show love?
Yes.
But that's not the same thing as no one really liking you.
Yes. Yeah.
So can we show you that people do really like you?
Yes.
And the difference between a trauma and the truth of what's available to you. Would that be okay?
Yes. Yep.
I've never done that one before. The difference between trauma and truth. I like that one. Oof. Okay, and now I'm getting to the bottom of the family stuff. It's going right into the base. And it's like, if this is never going to heal in my family, then this autoimmune disease is never going to heal in me because my family's issues are never going to be resolved. And my health is a mirror of this constant self-attack and self-abuse that's inherited by my family. So let's, I'm going to be honest with you here. What if they never heal?
I can't really do anything about it if they don't heal.
So would you like to get better anyway?
Yes. Yeah.
So can we free you from needing your family to change before you're allowed to get better? Would that be okay?
Yes.
And can we show you it's all right for you to grow and respect other people's free will?
Yes.
And can I release your belief that it's your job to save your family?
Which one? To say that again?
Can I release the belief it's your job to save your family?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
And can we show you it's your job to love your family?
Yes.
But it's a different thing than saving them.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
It's a lot of energy coming out now. Can I also cut your cords as you've been carrying them? It's like,
Yeah. Yes.
yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, come on! What's wrong with you? Why won't you just get on board? Yeah?
Yes. I agree.
So can we show you what it would feel like to love and accept your family and to love and accept yourself?
Yes. Yes.
Now she's terrified that if she loves and accepts herself and her family, that she's going to lose everything, the love, the standards, the connection, her ability to have control over her own emotions. So can we show you that actually when you love and accept yourself, that's what real control looks like?
Yes.
That's what real love looks like. That's when you actually start being able to get to where you need to go.
Yes.
Okay, now there's two things coming up that I'm being shown. The first is around puberty. So there's a real fear for you around sexuality. And it's coming up strong, like if I have an illness, then someone's going to really love me for who I am. I'm going to know that they love me for me instead of loving me for my body or my looks. Or it's like if they love me, then I'm really important. What do you think?
I don't remember anything thinking, I don't remember any incident or any thoughts like this, but it could be triggered from something else and it was just created.
Should we muscle test?
Yeah?
Safest way.
Yeah?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
No, no, no.
No, no, no.
Okay. My illness protects me from those who would hurt me.
My illness protects me from those who would hurt me.
Yes. My illness proves that I'm really loved.
My illness proves that I'm really loved.
Yes. My illness protects me from having casual sex.
Oh, my illness my illness protects me from having casual sex.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Because you're not gonna go with anybody looking like this, right? So you have to have a relationship for this.
she looked so innocent. I'm really doubting myself there. I was like, what?
But it makes sense.
Okay.
I would never go because you don't like, you would self-doubt yourself so much. It's like, who would go with a person looking like this? So first of all, you have a relationship and then you go into stuff like that, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you never developed the maturity to know how to say yes and no?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so can we release that? Would that be okay? The
Yes.
fear that you don't know how to relate sexually in the highest and best way and express your true self through sexuality. Would that
Yep.
be all right?
Yep.
And can we free your illness from being your sexual bodyguard?
Yes, please.
She's really scared of her own pleasure line now. Now it's coming up in waves, like along here, like along her center. And it's like, if I feel this, then like her mum was hard on her about the kitchen cup. You know, what's going to happen if she starts liking boys? Do you know what I'm saying? Did you get threatened about getting pregnant when you were
No,
growing up?
no.
What did your mum say about boys?
Nothing really. But we never had a talk about anything ever.
Did you let them know anything was happening?
No, because first of all, they didn't. So there was no. They didn't ever open that door.
Okay.
So I never went to tell them. So there's never been a conversation about any sort of stuff like that.
Wow, so they didn't acknowledge your sexuality at all?
Nope.
Okay, so can we show you what it would have felt like to have parents that acknowledged your sexuality?
Yes.
That were able to have conversations with you about how to make loving choices for yourself?
Yes.
About who you connect with sexually, what it feels like to be nurtured and respected sexually,
Yeah.
how to honor your own sexual desires and sexual expression.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And can I release the belief that sexuality is silence?
Yes.
Yeah? The sexuality is being ignored and invisible,
Yes.
and that you're only worthy of sexuality if you meet some ideal.
Yes.
Yeah? Would that be okay?
Yeah.
Okay, that's starting to move.
I can feel that. I can, because it's like a tension in your body and it just leaves gradually everywhere.
Like ice cream, melting.
Kind of.
You tell someone wants ice cream back there. There's been a lot of comments about ice cream today. There's an inner child that wants ice cream in my subconscious mind. Okay. Okay, so I'm just scanning again to see what's changed. Okay, so can we also download you with what it would feel like to know that a man really loves you and really wants you no matter what without him having to prove it?
Yep.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, now I'm getting to around severe body shame, like you just really thought you were ugly.
Yes, there have been very long periods at that time. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so can I release the belief I'm ugly?
Yes.
Would that be okay? Anyone else want that release from adolescent? Yeah? Let's check a few things. So, yes, yes, yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
No, no, no.
No, no, no.
Okay. Beauty is dangerous.
Beauty is dangerous.
Yes. If I'm beautiful, I'll be vain.
If I'm beautiful, I'll be vain.
If I'm beautiful, I'll be shallow.
If I'm beautiful, I'll be shallow.
If I'm beautiful, I'll be corrupted.
If I'm beautiful, I'll be corrupted.
If I'm beautiful, I'll be used.
If I'm beautiful, I'll be used.
Yeah. Okay. Want to release all those?
Yes, please.
Anyone else?
Yes.
And can we give you Creator's definition, perspective, and understanding of beauty and make yours the same as Creator's?
Please, yes.
So in Theta Healing, the healing comes from Creator. It doesn't come from me. She's not getting my definition. It's not my energy in her space. Okay, it's a higher power's energy in her space. I just have to witness it going in for the healing to happen. Okay, and now I really feel like we're getting to the bottom layer. So if you're beautiful and you're shallow and you're gorgeous, but you're still being used, what's the worst thing about that? You have everything. You've got health, you've got beauty, you've got the men lining up the road, and you're still not happy. What's the worst thing about that?
You'll be lonely. No?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're lonely like this, and you'd be lonely if you felt beautiful, what's the point?
That's the point.
So, do you know that it's possible to be happy?
I guess so.
Shall we check? Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
No, no, no.
No, no, no.
It's possible to be happy.
It's possible to be happy.
No.
No.
It's possible for me to be happy.
It's possible for me to be happy.
No. I'll be unhappy no matter what.
I'll be unhappy no matter what.
No. Well, that's not a no, so you do get happy sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I feel like this is an inherited belief. I feel like she's been carrying this for generations. This feels old. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay, so can we release this kind of curse to never be happy,
Yes, please.
no matter what?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, now there's old beliefs like happiness is like temporary. It's not even real, and it's a distraction from what you're really supposed to be doing in life. So can I release that stuff about happiness?
Yes.
Have you been Buddhist in another life?
Possible.
Yeah. Oof.
I feel so much better already. Like I feel completely different. I don't know how far we're going, but it's.
We're the last round. We just have one round of narcissism and then we'll be done. We're almost there. We're like at the rainbow layer of the cake, okay? We're almost there.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Oof. Okay, so last but not least, there's this whole real fear that if you believe you're beautiful and you believe you're worthy and you believe you're lovable, you're going to become a vapid narcissist. You're going to like hurt other people. You're going to be like, you know, one of those popular girls in school who just dismisses everybody, doesn't think anyone's as good. Does that feel right?
No, but it's possible. I mean, I don't feel like you see, I've never believed I was beautiful, so I never conscious. It's unconscious level, but I don't know what's in subconscious mind, right? So it's possible.
Do you judge pretty people?
See, I
That's
would,
the answer right
no,
there.
Yes, it is. I used to be, but I've learned not to.
Okay, so you repressed it.
Yes,
Okay.
because I didn't want to be like my parents.
Okay, okay. So can I release your fear that you're like your parents?
Yes.
And can we show you how to accept that you are like them
Yeah.
without having
Yeah.
to make the same mistakes as them?
Yes.
I'm very like my mom, guys. If you look at my pictures of my mom when she was my age, spitting image. But I made different choices than her. But I'm still like her. Does that make sense? And when you reject the energy of your parents, you almost become them because you need their love
Yeah.
so much.
Yeah.
It's not an option. You need mother, father love. Even if
Yeah.
you don't have it, it's a core primal need, right?
Yeah.
So the more you try and be, I'm not like my parents, I don't like my parents, the more you become clipped and bitter and judgmental like your parents,
Yeah.
right? Did your parents like their parents? Just saying. That's one similarity already. Right? So, can I show you that you can be like your parents without having to make the same choices and mistakes that they made?
Yes.
And show you that you no longer have to live in fear of becoming them just
Yes.
because you're like them.
Yes.
There's a lot of arguments coming up where she was compared to her father and like you're just like your father, you're just like your mother. So can I release that?
Yep. Yeah.
And can I show you what it would feel like to be proud of being just like your father and your mother?
Yes.
Yeah? So my mom tried this on me, I think when I was about, 17 or 18. She's like, you're just like your father. And I said, thank you. Yeah? So can I show you that you can really be proud of your parents and your ancestors?
Yes.
And that you are the love of thousands.
Yes.
And that you deserve to feel that love in your body?
Yes.
So you see how this separation is ending? Can you feel the love coming in the room?
Mm-hmm.
So can I show you what it would feel like to know that you're beautiful?
Yes.
And that you're allowed to be looked at with admiration and with sexual desire without feeling awkward or small or unworthy?
Yes.
What it would feel to look like in the mirror and actually be proud of what you see and happy with what you see?
Yes.
Yeah? Can I free you from wearing this jacket of low self-esteem and criticism to protect you from learning the skills you need to be an adult woman?
Yes. Yeah.
So she didn't get an example, like a lot of us, of what it means to be a loving, mature woman or a loving, mature man. So she put on this jacket, this wall, but it's not working, right? So can we teach you what it feels like to know that you're strong
Yes.
and that you can learn?
Yes.
You can learn how to overcome the challenges that you face,
Yes.
and that there's always someone willing to help you.
Yes.
Yeah? So can we lift this huge wooden wall? Would that be okay?
Yes.
It's ironic that the wood is gone and she's going to get wood. Sorry, I couldn't help it. Don't do that during your healings. Don't try this at home, kids. Okay. Okay, how's that feeling now?
Very good.
Yeah?
It does. I feel like my body has relaxed from, like, you don't even know that, because your normality, the normality that has become your normality is actually not normality. It's you've just learned all those coats and jackets that you carried with you, and the tension that's inside of you, you don't even recognize it because it's your
So
normality,
normal,
right?
yeah.
So now, through all of this work right now, everything has just loosened up. I still have, like, I can feel here, right?
Yeah.
But everything else is just the upper body till here. It's all.
So you think you might let us see you?
What do you mean? No.
You were hiding.
No, because it was so cold today. When we got up in the morning, the outside was frozen. So
Is
I
that
had
a
to-
yes? You think you might let us see you?
Sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Think from now on, even when it's cold, you can get a thick jumper instead of a huge one?
Yes.
Would that be okay?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But she, like, her energy is so bright. She loves bright colors. She's always going to be soft and woolly, and there's like a real, I don't know how to explain it. I can, like those almost like Celtic designs. She's got a very lovely salty of the earth flavor, but she loves colors like purples and greens, and is that right?
I have not thought about it. I like when I see, for example, the flowers and everything outside. I enjoy this when there's smaller bloom. It's so beautiful. Right?
Yeah, my mum is a black. She loves everything black. Black is her color. It makes her happy. But you're a color person. So can we show you you're allowed to express yourself through your clothes?
Yes.
That you're allowed to express who you really are, your authentic energy?
Yes.
And that clothes are for cheering yourself up and loving yourself and connecting with yourself.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Not for hiding?
Yes.
If you want to hide, get a tent. Play hide and seek. Okay. And can I show you what the loving attention of other people feels like? Their admiration, their praise, their gratitude,
Yes.
and their support for you and their humor.
Yeah. Yes.
And can we show you the fight is over? You no longer have to be ready to fight at every moment.
Yes.
Anyone else want that one?
Yes.
Okay, and there's a lot of resentment. So can I pull all that resentment out of your kidneys and your liver?
Yep.
It's
Yes,
like,
please.
I'm supposed to forgive them for all the stuff they did to me. Yeah? So can we show you what it feels like to be at peace?
Yes.
And that forgiveness does not mean letting someone off the hook. It does not mean that what they did to you was okay.
Yes.
And it doesn't mean they ever get to do it to you again.
Yes.
Yeah? That you can forgive someone and still have very strong boundaries, and that actually when you do, you're going to have stronger boundaries.
Yes.
Is that okay? Because then you'll be leaning on Creator instead of leaning on these very weak boundaries you've created.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm also going to unplug her from the collective consciousness because there's some beliefs around alopecia that it doesn't get better. She's going to have it for the rest of her life. And I can see it in your genes as well. So it's like a belief she's saying to me, and it's in my genes. Okay, so I'm going to, is it okay if I do a gene healing? Would that be
Yes,
okay?
please, yeah.
And release it from your collective
Yeah.
consciousness?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, let's muscle test. Yes, yes, yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
No, no, no.
No. No. No.
My alopecia can heal now.
My alopecia can heal now.
Yes, it can. I know what it feels like to love myself now.
I know what it feels like to love myself now.
My illness protects me from casual sex.
My illness protects me from casual sex.
No. Let me just double check. I carry a 200-mile wall of fear.
I carry 200-mile wall of fear.
No. Good, it's all gone. Alopecia is in my genes.
Alopecia is in my genes.
No. Good. Alopecia is incurable.
Alopecia is incurable.
No. I know I'm likable now.
I know I'm likable now.
I know what a mother's love and approval for me feels like now.
I know what
A mother's
a mother's love and approval feels
like now.
like now.
I know how to live without criticizing myself all the time.
I know how to live without criticizing myself all the time.
My immune system can recognize my body now.
My immune system can recognize my body now.
My immune system can balance now.
My immune system can balance now.
My immune system knows how to live without attacking my body.
My immune system knows how to
Live without...
without attacking my body.
Yes. You did it. Thank you.
I feel so different.
You feel happy.
Very.
Got a beautiful smile. Thank you so much, darling.
Thank you.
So you guys see how when you actually start digging, you can find the root beliefs that can create an autoimmune disease. Yeah? There's still a lot of anger there, but you have to go one step at a time. And that's the most important thing for your own healing is most people have unrealistic expectations. Okay? And then they set themselves up for failure. It's a kind of self-sabotage. Because they're never going to allow themselves to get to where they need to go to heal. Does that make sense? It's kind of like when you say to yourself, oh, I'm going to lose a stone in a week. And people look at you like, what are you talking about? Right? There's a certain amount of time and space it takes for you to get to the point where you can accomplish your goals. The miracle happens instantly. The moment you ask for it, the miracle happens instantly. But the manifestation depends on how comfortable you are with change. Okay? So most people would freak the hell out if they just instantly got better. You with me? Yeah? But when I first had a healing on, like when I broke my wrist and my wrist healed, I freaked out. When I first did a healing on myself with my urine infections and it healed, I freaked out. I don't anymore, but the first few times things heal, most people are like, how is this even possible? And all your beliefs around it come up, that it's fake, that it's not real, that you're crazy, what people are going to think, that they're going to judge you, that they're going to kill you, all that stuff comes up. And that's why when you're doing different healing modalities, it's important to actually address that stuff. Everyone with me? Yeah?